Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Miles Edgeworth Investigations. Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth, yes. So previously, we leveled an accusation against Cammy Meal of being part of a smuggling ring. Of what? I don't know exactly quite yet, just smuggling in general, I guess, because Cammy is the one and only person aboard this plane who can... well, only an employee aboard this plane that can read Borginian, and that it's quite suspect because this forged art that was discovered was claimed in Borginese. And so, by extension, we're thinking that Cammy might have killed the victim, Ackby Hicks, because Ackby was investigating the smuggling ring. However, Cammy kind of threw us for a loop because we called the phone number of the murder victim's missing phone and discovered it ringing inside the locker of Rhoda Tenero. So Rhoda's clearly been set up. Now we need to figure out how to prove her innocence. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Miss Tenero's locker. Oh, what? But... Rhoda Tenero! I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away. Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time. Objection! This is related to the keycard, all right. In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. Ugh. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore. What should I do? Franziska's right. I can't offer baseless conjecture at this point. Alright then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? There might be stuff on the phone that is incriminating. Like maybe he already took some pictures. Maybe. I mean, hold on. Yeah, that, well... I know... I don't know if a phone that old could really take pictures like that. I mean, it does have a screen, but... Oh, we did find it, so we can actually look at it now, can't we? Nice. The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with this. Okay, what about the back? Is there a camera? Yes! Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of the smuggling? There you go. That might do it. It must have something very incriminating on or in it. Hold it! What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. Well, can I look at the camera lens right now? It's camera lens. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Franziska, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case. If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler. But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. Well, just take out the SD card or whatever. The SIM card, maybe. I'll find a way, don't you worry about that. Yawn. May I go back to sleep now?
Objection!
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Franziska? It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone. Uh-huh. Franziska, your phone, if you please. Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. That is his last view, huh? Well, that'll do it. This is... Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for a smuggling case. Hey, the Alafred's nowhere in this pic, sir. But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? Ouch, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks's killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? Wait, so... the statue should be right here. But there should be a giant crate from Genfa right here. Why are these here? Did they get moved? What's all this? Oh, they are cargo shipped from Borginia to Genfa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Genfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes written in Borginian. It says... it is cloth in English. Cloth, you say? Would that happen to be just like the Borginian cloth in our evidence? Cloth? Could it be? Is this where the killer... What? What for? Is that scary face? Miss Meal. Yes? It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. Huh. Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. The Borginian cargo and this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. This'll do it, maybe. And what is that supposed to prove? The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Genfa had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. The killer had to read it and know that there was cloth inside. no! And this is where the killer grabbed a piece to clean up the blood with. That's right, the killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Meal. Ha! That's pretty flimsy. That poor bear. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borginian. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature. What? There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. There was a bedsheet box nearby. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then... logically, the killer would have opened this box first. Bed sheets. What is a bed sheet if not a very large cloth? Hey, it says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir. Precisely. And bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say? So what are you trying to say? That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold, so they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color. Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Geneva. That's right. That is why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Cammy. You and you alone. Oh, she's using it as a shield. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Geneva authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer with those boxes. So what do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Geneva? Well, that'll do it. He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. I Good show. That was great. We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, Detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Edgeworth, I just wanted to say how much I appreciated everything you did. Thank you very much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. That's... I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. Come to think of it, when the game first began, didn't Edgeworth approach his door wheeling a suitcase? I don't think it was quite as gaudy as that, though. And remember, we here at iFly Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue no matter where you go. I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir. But boy, was it fun. Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Franziska? Oh, she's filing out some customs paperwork for her departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir. Franziska. I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am? You are Franziska von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Humph. Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing pyro, living her life on the name and fame her invincible father built. Is that a reference to... Oh, what play was it? I don't know. True, your father, Manfred von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of a big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there's another agent on this case with me. Oh, another agent. He's a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows, you may even run into him one day. I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose, but I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. I wonder if, after the murder at the office and how it was kind of connected to the crimes with the Yada Garasu, maybe now Edgeworth is going to seek out this legendary Interpol agent, huh? And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back, in full. And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Aw, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm going to celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Let's hope they're not Guy Aldoon salty noodles. Just how much did you cut his salary by, Franziska? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Franziska von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Well. Edgeworth speaking. Finally? I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Oh. This is someone brand new. But Mr. Amano. Ernest Amano, correct? Ernest Amano. Okay. So you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped. Yo. And so ends the second case. Haha. The kidnapped turnabout. Well, okay then. Yeah, so case 2 was pretty alright. We get to see their profiles here. Okay, so we got Miles, got Franziska, and okay, I think that's that silhouette I could see on the left of the bottom screen all the time. That's definitely not Phoenix. No, that hair is too spiky. Yeah, all in all, case 2 was really solid. I love the puzzle box element of it, and how assumptions were challenged at every turn. Like, initially Zinkelblanc looked guilty as all hell, but no, it wasn't him. And one thing just led to another, and opinions changed with pretty much every piece of evidence I found. That was really good. I quite liked that. I don't know, though. I feel like it all being resolved just by finding the cell phone was a bit anticlimactic. Like, it was just this one piece of evidence that gave the final answer. It didn't exactly feel too earned. Like, I prefer it when it's absolutely proven through a combination of evidence and logic. Meanwhile, here that cell phone and its photo kind of just carried the whole way to the finish line. But what can you do? Okay, let's begin. March 13th, 10:11 a.m., unknown location. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. Make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Whoa. Who would have thought that upon my return I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. It's a bridge. Let's see, I checked that the money is all there, safe inside the suitcase. Well, that's one use for it, I guess. Wait just one goddamn second. The gold in the bridge design, is that the blue badger's head? Am I seeing things? Now all I have to do is wait further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place, after all. God damn it! The Gatewater Hotel! Okay, so remember how in Ace Attorney 1, the very first game, the second, not the second, yeah, in the second case it was, right next to Phoenix's office was a hotel, and the hotel had a view of a murder scene, and the notoriety of that shot up the sales, and the Gatewater Hotel made big business, and they promised to expand out and to become even grander. And as you could check out of Phoenix's window in the office throughout all the games, you would see that the Gatewater Hotel was getting more grandiose, and it was expanding out to theme parks, and now here we are. We're in Gatewater Land. And there's the Blue Badger. Although that's kind of weird, because the Blue Badger is the mascot of a police precinct, so what does that have to do with this? Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Photo rally. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture? Of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Ah, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. What's with this voice? It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. Did I glimpse Winston Payne with a little girl? Huh. Oh my god, it's the Gaviners. It's their logo. Wait, so that would put this before Apollo Justice, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would have to, because when Apollo Justice ends, the Gaviners break up. Oh. Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. I suppose not. I've arrived. Go inside. Why do the colors on the reflection of the suitcase appear white? That's weird. Huh, what a dismal place. Hello? That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? What was that blue badger slumped over in the distance? Leave the money and go. Now. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives. Oh. Uh-oh. Ugh! It was a trap! Okay, well, it's about 1 hour later now. That guy betrayed. No, it can't be. Then the deal... Who is that? And what are they talking about? Split police. Alright. In front of meet up. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Is that rain I hear? Oh. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano group. Oh, well now we have a face to the name. That is the most Californian man I've ever seen. I forget what Zaibatsu means, but it's like some sort of group or organization, but I forget the exact meaning and context of it. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance Amano, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. Oh, kidnapping, right. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Ha ha ha, was that you making that funny sound? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at a gentleman's plight? What? Whomstiv? Who are you? Are you the one of the kidnappers? Oh. Well, okay, I guess you're Yadagarasu. Nice to meet you. Why are you wearing your logo on your scarf? Okay, I need an explanation right now. A kidnapper? Me? No way, I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger. Arg, I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Ahem. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of the righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yadagarasu. Okay, well, at least she's not trying to keep it secret. Oh man. Here I was hoping for a nice gentleman thief, and instead we get kawaii Schoolgirl. Alright, fine. Great thief. Did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. Oh, that's a great name. I like that. Also, Kay has a key in her hair. You can call me Kay, Kay? Good, glad that's settled. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know. It is kind of weird that Miles has been tied up for 2 cases in a row here. This rope goes through here, and there you go. What a relief. I owe you my thanks. It's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. Sup? How do you do? Before we ask her about Great Thief, I'll show you my badge. Don't surprise me like that. I can't believe you're just shoving things in my face. I mean, aren't there more pressing things you'd rather ask than little me? She has a point. I should probably find out more about my mysterious savior first. Fair enough. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I had a tough time believing. I'm the real, genuine Yatagarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. Oh, that explains it. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right? What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu? Yep. The most righteous of the righteous, the legendary great thief. But the title was only recently succeeded to me, so I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as the second Yatagarasu. I was not aware thieves could pass down their titles like that. But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it. There's just no reasoning with the prosecutor. I'm not the problem here. Also, look, I know that I kind of just shoved the prosecutor's badge in her face, but how does she know that Miles is a prosecutor right now? I mean, in all honesty, we know that she's the one who was in Miles's office, who stole the files on the, what was it, KG8? One of those. I'm not the problem here. I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing. What would that be? But that's going to have to wait until we can find a way out of here. Well, at least there is one thing we agreed on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you. So, you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor? Ah, I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Aha! Now I remember! How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here. Huh? It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way! I don't hear you! La la la! Kay, do you remember where you came from and right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room. Whoops, slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Begin investigation. Well, okay then. Well, what a curious little thing here, huh? So, this character radiates Mia Trucy energy. Not Mia, Maya. The purple one. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. She radiates that energy, and by that I mean she feels like sidekick material. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know. If she's... Okay, look, if the Yatagarasu is on the trail of the smuggling ring, then maybe forces can combine. Huh? Isn't this my phone? Looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. Ah, but we do have a way, right here. Ah, there was a cell phone here this whole time? If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sort of... Oh. What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? Shilon Lane of Interpol. That's gotta be the guy that Francisco's talking about, and it sounds like he'd be from Genfa himself, so... Shilon Lane, what a great name. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime whether it's on a local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Lane Ji says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. Tisk. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted it to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you, eventually. This guy's an asshole. You... What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way! It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. She says as she immediately goes back to the door. Okay. What is this? Looks like the Bad Badger. And it's looking as bad as ever. Oh my god, there's so many spin-off characters. It has an evil goatee. Looks like a costume head to me. I guess the Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? There was a head swap for the costume at some point. There had to be. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally. You don't know? Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger, it's his whole family, too. Take a picture of every member of the Badger family and receive a prize. Oh, that's why the costume person in the Beta Badger outfit was like, don't you want to take a photo? Yeah. There was only one of each of the 4 family members wandering throughout the park. Best of luck. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costume ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. I can't believe the Blue Badger is going to be the cornerstone of this case. This is so weird. Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you'd better study up on the whole Badger clan with this. The lore. The proto-badger, not beta. The very first badger. Bad Badger. A vile criminal with a gun! Okay. And Blue Badger, an ally of justice who keeps the peace. Is there anything more Japanese in the phrase ally of justice? And Pink Badger, note her unique pink bow. Her personality trait is that she's a girl. Okay. What is this thing? Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan. Whatever. I suppose it can keep it as a reference guide or something. Vile criminal with a gun. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes. It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these badgers the mascots of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park. Oh, there you go. Probably because the Gatewater Group owes the police from all those cases they solved. They have all the power of the state and they used it to make a theme park? It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped double-looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from the thought of such a thing. Well, let's have a closer look at the key. And what have we here? Ah! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want me to take a look? Well, don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something. Probably not the door, maybe the locker. The something is what is relevant to my interest. Look, it's the blue badger. I suppose even this thing can be popular with women. I can't stand him. What in the... Why is she suddenly beating the blue badger's image up? He's got the word badge right in his name. How bad is that for a girl like me? And to think he's out there wandering around in this park? I'd better be careful, he's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone. I somehow doubt that the blue badger has the power to arrest anyone. So this is the blue badger's rival, the bad badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence towards this badger, Kay? Huh! I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it. I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover. Good luck with that one. This is that blue badger I met at the main gate. Excuse me, but his name is Proto-Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off the very first design created by the local police chief. I feel like on a meta level, this is like the beta design for like when Ace Attorney 1 was first being made, maybe? You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter. I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved. Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now? I suppose this is the Pink Badger. But since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female? You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are. That's the only difference. And the fact she's pink. Yes, and her lips are red, see? Lipstick. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious? Okay, nothing about the filled box. Well, can I show you the prosecutor's badge now? Oh, the kidnapping. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. That might be Lance. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. Yeah, come to think of it, what I did here, it seemed more like speaking to an accomplice. Unless Lance is into it, somehow. After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the 1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. Okay, first, present. Okay. One thing at a time. Anyway, let's actually look at the evidence we found so far. Gatewater Land pamphlet. Haunted House, Stadium, Wild Wild West. And Main Gate. So that's where we entered, huh? Seems pretty straightforward to me. Fair enough. I like to examine the rest of the room before we leave. Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape. And what exactly do you have in mind? Well, we could paint help in really giant letters. Okay, this is way more like Maya than Trucy. Trucy was a smart, bright bulb. A smart, bright bulb. Maya, meanwhile, not so much. And who, pray tell, would see the giant letters? We're inside a building. Okay, then how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually that may not be all that great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we? Oh, I wanted to look at the... Never mind. Man, why did they have to put the windows so high up anyway? How is a thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers. Miles could totally boost her up. Haha, that's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see. Wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Man, why do they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway? They really are pretty goddamn huge. Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we need some sort of foothold. Well... Can we open up the lockers and create a foothold on the shelves with the tiny key? Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic. Well, shut up. That made sense in my head. So the key is just for logic, huh? Well, what do you do with the key? Why can't we... Well, oh. Looks like I've pretty much investigated everything, so... Next time, then, I think we'll have another chat with Kay Faraday. And, maybe get out of here. Hopefully, she's not bothering with the door anymore, so... I don't know why we can't use the key on the lockers or the door. At least try. Anywho, so... First we had an enclosed office space, then it was an airplane, and now it's in a theme park. The terrain in all these cases is steadily getting larger and larger. I guess the game's really ramping it up and making it have there be more places to investigate because... Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna want to take a close-ass look at the haunted house later, at a minimum. And maybe also the stadium, and maybe the Wild West place, but there was no mention of that so far until we looked at the map, so who knows if it's actually relevant. Yeah, so the reason I'm so confident that Kay Faraday here, the Yatagarasu, is gonna be like a really important sidekick figure. Like, for one thing, her design. Like, you compare this person to someone like Rhoda Tenero, or even Gumshoe, and her design is just so special. It's like a real find the main character thing going on here, you know? Like... Just look at her. Her design is just too complex and too detailed. Like, the only reason Miles looks as basic as he does is because the art in this franchise really did evolve with the timeline, you know? As the new games came out, the designs came way more complex. Like, go back and look at characters like Penny Nichols or Will Power or what's his face? What was the guy from? Oh, whatever. You know what I mean. Compare old characters from the first game to characters from as recent as Apollo Justice. Like, characters like Waki Kitaki had a lot going on visually, you know? Anywho, and then there's Shilon Lane, an Interpol agent, probably also from Zhenfa, just because of how Chekhov's guns work. Sounds like a real asshole. just leaving Miles out to dry. Like, he was fully aware that Miles had been kidnapped and, like, could be in mortal danger, but was like, nah, man, see you later. I'll hang up on you. Bye. Like, not a good first impression for that character. Yeah, my interest has been quite piqued by this third case here. I think that things are really starting to cook at full volume here. Or it's really simmering. The plot was simmering with the airplane case. Now we're at a rolling boil. If that makes sense. It doesn't. It was the first thing that came to my mind, okay? Shut up. Anyway. Yeah, looking forward to what's next. So, in the meantime, I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Ace Attorney Investigations. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.